Hello, YouTube. What's happening, everybody? Chef Marcus Guiliano here, and my buddy in the office, Barolo. He might jump on my lap at any point. Yes, Barolo is the name of the dog. He's a border collie, my running buddy, and my all-around buddy. He's here in the office with me all the time, so he might jump on my lap. Just never know. A little excited when I go on camera whenever I say hello. So, you want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come say hi. There he is. There he is. So this is Barolo Vino, named after of course, the Italian wine. So yeah, this is my buddy. 8 years old. He is 8 years old, and him and I have been running together a long time. So, all right, you gotta let me work though, buddy. You gotta let me work. Yeah, you gotta let me. I gotta do a little work right now. Yeah. So, all right. So, what time is it? It's about 9:30 on March 2nd. I haven't done too many Facebook lives. I'm sorry, YouTube lives. And I apologize. Every time I do one, it gets great views and great responses. So I'm sorry I've not done that. But I wanted to get on and announce that my new book, or our new book, is available. So Everyone Still Has to Eat, written by myself and my wife, Jamie. So this is our full in-depth experience of what we did during COVID, during the pandemic. We had our best 3 years ever. We've been in business since 2003, and 2020 was the best, and 2021 was better, and 2022 topped it, and 2023 is off to another record pace, and which is fantastic. And I do a lot of traveling. I love to travel, and we do a lot of traveling with our wine company, and we do a lot of traveling with our son because he plays baseball. So I want to talk a little bit about that too, because that's super important. The balance work, because let's face it, we can all work harder, we can all do more, and we can pretend we're making more money. But if we can't step away from our business, what good is it? So Everyone Still Has to Eat. These are our top, I think we have 20 chapters in here. These are our top 20 things that we did during COVID, that we totally crushed it on. Yeah, 21 chapters in here. Lucky 21. And there's things in here that I swear by still. And there's things in here that I don't do anymore at all, because it just worked for that certain amount of time. And there's certain things that I still do, but I don't do them to the full effect, that are still making good, decent money, like really good, decent money. And everything from, groceries to Airbnbs. Yes, Airbnbs, you heard me right. Airbnbs were super huge during COVID. And if you can manage or obtain the right ones, you can really have a gold mine. And what we do with Airbnbs is we network with other owners and with our own properties, where we bring on the exclusive caterer and chef services and bartending services in these. So let's face it, you go to a hotel like the W, any hotel, people love to go to the bar. They love to be waited on. They love, to have that service factor. When you go to an Airbnb, they don't have that. So you, as a restaurant, as a restaurant owner operator, you have that unique ability to be able to go in and offer that service in Airbnbs. Now, there's only a certain type of Airbnb that you want to do this in, so it doesn't work for all Airbnbs. And I talk about all this in the book. But there was literally one property in 2020 that we literally did. No, not 2020, 2021. So the full year after COVID hit, 2021, there was one property that we had almost $50,000 in personal chef catering services in one property, one of 4 that we own, manage, and then there's other properties along the way that we network with the owners, managers, hosts, and we were so busy in doing that we just couldn't take anymore. And we still get requests all the time, and we still fulfill those requests. But literally, that's a whole nother business, is just going into that niche market of satisfying that service element in Airbnbs. And there's much more in here in this book. That's just one simple element. And of course, Airbnbs are on the downside right now. Airbnb and bust is a real thing. A lot of people are getting out of the business. A lot of people just put money into investment properties, thinking that, oh, well, if I can make money in real estate, I might as well make more money in Airbnbs, and not realizing that it's semi-passive income, or you have to work for the income. And a lot of hosts lost their butts and they got out of the game and they weren't making any money, or they're still in the game but they're losing money. So when you can offer a service like that to a host and let their property stand out, then that's that much better for you and for that host. So it's a win-win situation, and only smart hosts will actually recognize that. And if they're not smart enough to see it, then it's hard to convince them. And again, there's only a very certain type of property that you want to do this in, that this will work successfully. So that is in there, that is in the blueprint. So everybody has to eat. And when it talks about the very first stages of like 2 weeks before the actual lockdowns happened, especially here in New York, we knew 2 weeks ahead of time that, hey, something's going down, and we better warn our staff that you're not going to have a job next week or this tomorrow or who knows when. And it happened March 16th or 17th, 2020. But at the beginning of March, we had just gotten back from Vegas, and we were watching the news there in Vegas, and because it's in the casinos and news, and just all the stuff that they were hyping up back then. And we got back and we said, staff, we don't know what's going to happen here. We have no idea, no clue. And March 16th came around and we were like, okay, guys, sorry. And we laid off everybody but our chef and our dishwasher. Dishwasher's been with us, a prep cook, been with us for 18 years at the time, 17, 18 years at the time. We're like, we'll figure something out. Like, we're still allowed to be open. We're still allowed to serve, right? We're allowed to do takeout and to go. And there was a very specific type of takeout that we did that I talk about in the book that was extremely beneficial. And so that's in the book. That led us to a lot of extra revenue. And it just wasn't normal takeout. It was some specific type, and that's in the book there. And then literally within 3 weeks, us calling staff back and saying, we need help. We're so busy. We need help. We need help. And our first gut instinct was like, oh my gosh, we have, $6,000-$7,000 worth of food inventory in here. Let's start dumping product, because we don't know what's going to happen, right? What is it? A true lockdown? Is like nothing going to be allowed to be open? And so as a result of dumping all of our food and being able to buy more food, and then then you realize you can sell toilet paper at an exuberant price, because the only restaurants or the only places that could still buy toilet paper, you couldn't go to the stores. And eggs, we could buy plenty of eggs. And working with local farmers, we never had food supply issues. So all of this is in the book. It's $39.99. That's a good part. It's only $39.99. Our official blueprint here to having the best years ever of our business. And of course, 50 mistakes that business owners make, 50 mistakes that restaurant owners make. This book is still free. I'm still offering this book for free. You can actually go to our website. If you go to restaurantgrowthsecretsuniversity.com, you will be able to click get my free book, or marcusguiliano.com, and it's still there. Or actually 50mistakes.com, 50mistakes.com. Yes, just like the book, 50mistakes.com. That'll roll right into another website, and you can get the book for free still. I've been giving this book away for free since 2000. We've shipped it to 30 different countries across the globe, and we still ship it out on a regular basis. The nice thing about this book is I outline the top 50 things that I was doing wrong. And once I got a coach, that I got guidance, that I joined a mastermind group, all of a sudden I was able to see the light and get advice and help people tweak my marketing, tweak my restaurant operations, tweak my employee management, tweak everything that I was doing, because I wasn't really doing everything bad. I just wasn't doing it to the next level. And that's how a lot of restaurateurs are, a lot of business operators, entrepreneurs. Same thing with a lot of athletes. A lot of sports athletes, a lot of baseball players, all of your Hall of Fame player has no problem hitting the ball, but they have a coach so they can hit the ball more often and further and stand on the outside looking in of things they can tweak. And some of these are just small changes. My son, this last year, he plays baseball. He's a 6'4" lefty pitcher. And what a difference his pitching is this year versus last year in college for the spring season. And so I said, Justin, you're throwing a little more side on. Like, when did you get this little side thing instead of on top? When did you start? And he was like, I started that. That was one thing I tweaked last year. And that was how I had a really good summer last year in the league I played, because I tweaked this one thing. And Justin's been pitching his whole life, right? He's been a baseball player, been pitching his whole life. And at 20 years old, which he's qualified to be a pitching coach and coach other kids and things like that, and going to a D1 university, doing all that good stuff, and he can leave there with some nice credentials. But he was taught just a simple change where he's releasing the ball, and the last game, it's the first game of the year. All the parents on our team were like, "Your kid is throwing insanely hard. He's throwing hard as crap, and his changeup is insane. Like, what a difference versus last year." So after the game, I said, "Justin, like what?" He was like, "Just change that. Just change small thing." And that's what you can do in your own business. You can make some small little incremental changes that you don't realize, because again, Justin was throwing pitch after pitch after pitch, and he was fairly successful, right? But one tweak and it became massively successful. And that's the difference between getting drafted and not getting drafted, right? The difference between making $1 million and not making $1 million. So the same thing goes with your business. And every Hall of Fame player has gone through this, has had this. They've all had coaches and guidance. So these 50 mistakes right here is your coach and your guidance. And listen, for free, you pay a few bucks for shipping and handling. For free, if you learn one thing out of here, that improves your restaurant, this book is worth $1,000. It's not worth free. It's worth $1,000, right? If you can learn one thing in here that, see, he gets excited when I'm on camera here, Barolo. So yeah, good boy. So literally one thing in here is going to do that. And same thing in here, like $40. When I say it's just, the good part is it's just $40. It's just $40. If you learn one technique, that's way too cheap. It's so undervalued. Books like this that go in depth and teach these kind of knowledges, should be $500 and this and that. And the unique thing is, when you go to buy this book or get this book for free, there's going to be an upsell for $44. You're going to be able to get the video course with this, where I go more in depth with each chapter. 50 videos. It's a video course, 50 mistakes that restaurant owners make. And for $44, how can you go wrong? It's insane. I even think you get the other book with that too. You get the other book, Top Reasons why you still have no customers. People don't know you exist. See the guy sending smoke signals there, with the city skyline back there? Well, that's how a lot of people actually advertise their business or expect people to find them. You're in a modern age and you're sitting there sending smoke signals. And literally simple things are in here. If you just learn, again, one thing in here, this is $19.99, this book, or $9.99? $19.99. If you just learn one thing in here, it shows you how to optimize your Google listing, shows you certain things like that are just getting you seen. If you are a business owner, this works for any business, by the way. A lot of this stuff works for any business. This book here, more specifically for the restaurant industry, because this is what we did specifically, but these other books will work for any business. There's only about 6-7 chapters in here about food and menu. All the other stuff is about employee management, advertising, marketing, Facebook, all this kinds of stuff. It's all in there. And this works for absolutely every single business out there. Every single business should have a Google Place page. Every place should know how to run that. Everybody should, have certain things and get rid of that smoke signals for getting people in your door, right? Get attention. So that is it, folks. I dropped the link in the bio, in the description here, everyonestillhasttoeat.com. You can go there, .html/x, whatever it is. I dropped that link in there. You can click that link. You can go buy the book. It's $39.99. So check that out. And hope to see you soon. If you have any questions, drop a comment and go to my website and drop me an email. Everybody have an amazing day.